What a year for the Spartans, and it continues right into 2023. We got Ryan O'Blennis on the line from the Only Colors on SB Nation to help us break down Mel Tucker and staff. Ryan, how you doing tonight?
Good. How are you doing, Mark?
I'm good. So, yeah, new defensive line coach, running backs coach. Can you run down the new hires for Michigan State?
Yeah, so Michigan State had 3 openings on the staff this year with Ron Curran, who was a longtime defensive line coach, moving on. William Piegler was the running backs coach. He took a job as tight end coach with Florida. And Travaris Tillman, from who was the cornerbacks coach, he went back to his alma mater at Georgia Tech. And to replace those, actually, the most recent hire is Marco Coleman, who's also coming in from Georgia Tech. He'll coach the defensive line, and he'll be the run game coordinator for the defense. You also have Brandon Jordan, who's the pass rush specialist. He works with all kinds of NFL players, almost 200 players who were on active NFL rosters this past season. So that's a big-time hire, not only for technique for the Spartan players, but also because he has that NFL pedigree, and he's going to be bringing the NFL players to East Lansing still to train them. And, people want to be involved with that. He trains guys like Cam Hayward, who's Connor Hayward's brother, who's a Michigan State player for the Steelers, Josh Allen with the Jaguars, Daniel Hunter with the Vikings, all kinds of names from, defensive lineman Max Crosby with the Raiders. These are all guys that Jordan trains, and which is pretty awesome and pretty amazing to get that kind of notoriety to campus. When Tucker hired him, he called it a cutting edge hire because pass rush specialist role is kind of something different. And Jordan did have some prior college coaching experience, but not a ton. So it was an interesting move. And then with Piegler leaving running back role empty, Tucker went and hired Efren Reed, who actually was on the staff as kind of the assistant running back coach and offensive analyst with Piegler. So, Reed actually accepted the job as the running back coach at Georgia Southern. But then, when Piegler moved on and the opening was there, Reed, got the call from Tucker to come back, and he did. Rumors were that he was back with the team by the Peach Bowl, and it wasn't announced officially till after that. But so he only left briefly and was back with MSU now.
Got Ryan O'Blennis on the line from the Only Colors, Michigan State SB Nation platform. Mel Tucker and staff coming off, of course, an 11-2 campaign, top 10 finish, and moving on to 2023. And the early results for the recruiting cycle are excellent. A couple transfers, though, are hot off the presses.
Yeah, so MSU actually already signed. For those guys, they had the majority of them signed in December with Jalen Berger and Jacoby Windman and Chris Bogle. Bogle's a defensive end. Windman and Brule were linebackers, and Berger is a running back. They also recently picked up commitments from Daniel Barker, an Illinois tight end, and Jarek Broussard, who's a running back from Colorado, who actually played for Mel Tucker and offensive coordinator Jay Johnson at Colorado in 2019. I believe he was hurt for most of that year, but obviously he was familiar with them as coaches, and he'll be coming over as a transfer for the 2022 season. Also on National Signing Day, they officially added another transfer in Amir Speed, cornerback from Georgia, who also played under Tucker when Tucker was the defensive coordinator there at Georgia. And additionally, they officially signed Jeremy Bernard, who is a freshman wide receiver, early enrollee. He was actually signed his letter of intent and enrolled at the University of Washington. But once his position coach left, he was able to get out of his letter of intent, and then the Michigan State coaches were able to secure him and bring him in. He was actually a teammate of Caton Hauser, the 2022 quarterback, early enrollee in Nevada, so they had a previous relationship there.
The 23 class, of course, it's extremely early. We're looking at a December signing period, of course, so we're 10 months away. Number 2 in the Big Ten, number 5 in the nation, with 5 hard commits, and some of those guys have come in very recently as well, including the best player in the class according to the star ratings.
Yeah. So far they've gotten 5 commitments, and they've already already have a lot of momentum going in there with 3 4-star prospects. And recently they just got a quarterback from Texas, Bo Edmondson, who committed. 3-star. They got Jonathan Slack, who is from Detroit, Martin Luther King, so he's local. Interior offensive lineman. Brennan Parachek also from Michigan. He's a 4-star tight end. Kedrick Riscano, a running back from also from Texas. He's a 4-star. Andrew DePape, not quite sure how to say his last name, but he's the you were alluding to that is the highest rated in the class so far, a 4-star defensive end. And, players like him, you're already seeing the impact of the Jordan and the Coleman hires, because those guys are going to be pulling in these kind of recruits on the defensive line.
All right, there's the story on Michigan State football. Ryan O'Blennis joins us on a regular basis to talk up the Spartans, and join him and the rest of the staff there on SB Nation's The Only Colors. Ryan, we appreciate you stopping by.